wanna know, no, 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 who's taking you home, 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 home. I'm loving you so, 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 the way I used to love you, no.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are doing a full face using L'Oreal Paris makeup. I had a whole other look envisioned, which you guys saw on my Snapchat, but I decided not to go with that because the fittage just looked really green, and Jack just said I should just scratch that. So for this look, I picked up the Palette Nude, and I just did pretty much a neutral matte, all brown smoky eye, just really simple 2 eyeshadows. And then for the lower lash line, I wanted to do a pop of blue, so I used a teal single eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Teal Couture, while also using a teal eyeliner. This is their Silkissme or some silky eyeliner in the shade Teal as well, just to kind of add a little pop so it wasn't so neutral base. And I really like how the pop of blue or pop of teal ended up turning out. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you do find that you like any of these L'Oreal products, they will all be listed down below. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, make sure to let me know if you want to see other one brand makeup tutorials on my channel. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back. So I am starting off with a fresh, clean face, and we are just going to go into the brows. I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist in the shade Deep Brunette, and I'm using an Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush, and I'm using this to draw on my eyebrows. So this shade is a little bit more cool tone than I usually like my brows to be, and this pomade is a very, very, very thick pomade, but it is easy to work with. If you want to see the full review on this pomade, I just did a video, I did a video probably about a month or two ago, but I will have that listed down below if you want to know a little bit more about this pomade and how it works and how it's used and everything like that. So after I'm done filling in both of my brows, I just take a concealer, and I use a lighter L'Oreal True Match concealer. I forget the number, but I made the mistake of using that shade as opposed to the shade that I'm going to use under my eyes a little bit later on. So don't make the same mistake as me. Use something a little bit more close to your skin tone if possible. So I use that same concealer to prime my lids because I was just like, whatever. Just like, whatever, Lonyea, I'm just gonna make it work. So I just continued to do that. So I'm using that to prime my lids, and then I'm gonna go into the Palette Nude, as I mentioned in the intro. It is just a pretty much a cool tone eyeshadow palette by L'Oreal. I wish they had more warm tone shades, but it is what it is. So I took that kind of a lighter, it's pretty much a neutral shade in the palette, and I take that on a Sigma E35 blending brush, and I'm working this into the upper crease. I am using 2 shades for the eye, so I'm just really making sure to blend this into the crease just to add a little transition between my brow bone and the crease shade. So for the crease shade, I put a little bit more of a chocolatey brown, still a little bit more cool tone than I like my shades to be, but I put this into the crease, and then I switch brushes. I use a Pretty Bar eyeshadow brush, and I pack that same color all over the lid. This just gives a really natural look, you guys. You guys know I like my brown smoky eyes, but this one's a little bit more closer to my skin tone, so if you are one that likes something a little bit more natural, this palette is going to be great for you and easy to work with. Very buttery shades, by the way. So next I go into the L'Oreal liner, black gel eyeliner, and I use a Sigma liner brush. I forget the number of this brush, but I am doing a wing liner, you guys, and I haven't worked with gel liner in so long, so it took me like a little bit to get the hang of it. So after that, I went ahead and applied mascara. I'm using the Voluminous Feline mascara by L'Oreal. I really like this mascara because it has a comb, so if you have really curly lashes, this brush combs through your curly lashes as opposed to kind of just put the mascara on it, if you know what I mean. So after that, I'm taking the Magic Perfecting Base by L'Oreal. I love this base, you guys. The first time I ever used it, I was blown away, and I was like, why have I never used this primer? You know what I mean? And I know why, because it's a little bit more expensive, but nonetheless, it's an awesome primer. And then I go in with the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This is in the shade N8, which is Cappuccino. Although it's supposed to be a more neutral base shade, it still appears a lot more warm on me personally, which is kind of a downfall for me, but at the same time, it all looked great in the end. So after that, I take the L'Oreal True Match concealer in C6-7-8, and I use that underneath of the eyes, the chin, the cupid's bow, the nose, and also the forehead. All of the areas that I highlighted, and as I mentioned, this shade is a little bit closer to my skin tone, so it just gives a really natural highlight as opposed to the shade that I use on my eyes and underneath of my eyebrows, which made it look a little bit more light and kind of like not all together, you know what I mean? So I'm just taking a beauty blender and I am blending that out. I meant to use my L'Oreal foundation blender, but I forgot all about it, you guys. Anyways, I set my foundation with the True Match Super Blendable Powder. This is in the shade W7. You guys know I like a more bright, kind of warmer under eye highlighted area, but they don't have like a loose powder, which L'Oreal, you need to come out with a loose powder ASAP. And then after that, I take the True Match powder once again in the shade C8, which is the darkest powder and darkest foundation that they carry in the drugstore. They might have more online and on their website, but in store, this is the darkest powder that they have. So I just use that for like kind of a natural bronze / highlight. And then for the blush, I use the True Match Super Blendable blush in the shade Spiced Plum, which I have been using a lot lately since I bought this blush. I've probably used it every single day because it just gives a natural wash of color. So after that, I use the True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator, and look at that highlighter, you guys. Look at that highlight. Like, it is popping. For this to be a drugstore highlighter, it looks amazing, you guys. So I just apply that onto all of the high points of my face, and then just go over the cheekbone a little bit more just to add a little bit more of the glow. And then I take the smudge brush by Sigma that I'm going to use for my inner corner, and just put that on the tip and the bridge of my nose just to further kind of accentuate a contour of my nose. So after that, I go into the L'Oreal Silkissme eyeliner in the shade True Teal. So creamy, you guys. This is the best eyeliner ever. Go to Walgreens now and pick up all of them. They're so silky and they just glide on so awesome. And then after that, I use the L'Oreal eyeshadow in 213, which is a teal. I think it's called like Smoky Teal or something like that. And I just use a $10 brush. I will have it listed down below. And I just use that to smudge onto my lower lash line. And then I apply a little bit more of that Feline mascara on the lower lash line just to make my lashes pop and not, you know, blend in with the eyeshadow. And then I take the Palette Nude again and take that lighter Champagne Frosty shade and put that into my inner corner just to kind of make that pop and look a little bit brighter. And then for the lips, I use a L'Oreal brown. It's an Infallible lip liner, and it's in the shade brown. Although it's brown, it looks a little bit more like a reddish brown. A little bit more red than it does look brown. And then I use a color Riche in the shade Caramel Solo, which matches the lip liner to a T. And I didn't really want to go with this color, but I wanted something more nude, but I just made it work. But nonetheless, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, let me know if you want to see more one brand tutorials, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.